Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to Explain 11. Thank you for the amazing feedback on the previous episode. And as you guys have suggested, I brought back the mouse cursor now, so you guys can know what I'm pointing at and what I'm doing. We are currently in Klamath Falls. We'll be flying to San Francisco today. It's going to be a very short flight, only 200 miles, and I thought I would bring you guys with me. Probably will cut a few of these, but I'll try to keep as much of it as possible, and as always, keep the feedback coming, alright, so we can continuously improve it. Anyway, I have a couple of surprises for you, and hopefully you enjoy it, because this is really the thing that I've been waiting for. I've been looking for this entire time. I'll explain more as we go, but you'll probably hear it in a bit. What is that? What is that? What is that? That is x-atc chatter. For more realistic ATC conversations, although they're not really on this airport, but they are like random conversations that increase the overall immersion of feeling inside the plane.
Hello, 626 Whiskey, ground startup pushback approved. Facing south, QNH 1015. Startup pushback approved, facing south, QNH 1015 on 626 Whiskey.
That's just so amazing, isn't it? Like, how can that be? We'll see how it works though with this, because if I'm recording then and I'm speaking, then they speak over me, then it won't be that nice. But we'll see how it works. We'll try to figure it out. But more than that, I have something else that I am really interested in letting you guys hear. And let's try it out, shall we? Let's review that a bit though. In this airport, it's fairly a small airport. We'll be taking off from runway 32, at least that's the plan. But we'll see. Because now it depends on what we'll get, because there's something else. Ground, good morning. Clumsy 168, ready to copy IFR clearance.
Clumsy 168 is cleared to Kilo Sierra Foxtrot Oscar as filed. Expect departure runway 32. Climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Departure on 123.67 squawk 5236.
Clumsy 168 is cleared to Kilo Sierra Foxtrot Oscar as filed. Climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Expect higher clearance 2 minutes after departure. Departure on 123.67 squawk 5236.
Clumsy 168 read back correct. Altimeter 3009er, let us know when you're ready for pushback.
Altimeter 3009er, Clumsy 168. Isn't that super cool? So yeah, I downloaded a new app. It's called Pilot2ATC. And it actually is, so far, the best air traffic control that I've ever seen. Offline air traffic control I have ever seen. And you guys just heard it there. I actually got clearance from an air traffic controller. Gave me SIDS, gave me the altitude, gave me the squawk, and everything like that. It is super cool. So we'll go and plot those out, what he gave us. So he told us to... oh, look at that. We also have AI planes in here, and the air traffic control also sees them, more or less. That's pretty cool, right? Oh, that's just amazing, seeing other planes on the ground there. So, let's go and file. Kilo Sierra Foxtrot Oscar, that is San Francisco. They gave us 8,000 clearance, so let's plot that in here. They also told us to expect higher altitudes 2 minutes after. Departure on 123.67. Yeah, let's worry about that later. That's still the departure after we've taken off. And then they did give us the squawk as well. Squawk 5236. Right? Right? Squawk 5236 indeed. So let's plot that in here. 5-2.
And Tango, cross runway 23 right, 22 left.
November
6.
Papa Tango.
Let's go to alt off here. Good. Perfect. Alright. So that's amazing. Not sure about you guys, but that's what I've been looking for this entire time. And even though VATSIM is still the best when it comes to air traffic control, it has availability issues, especially when the time I fly, and also I'm a bit shy. So this is the best offline air traffic control there is, I can see. Okay, let's start the air auxiliary power unit, APU, maybe start it. There you go. Yeah, the chatter is very immersive, although I'm not sure if it blends well with the commentary. So you guys let me know, okay? But we'll try to squeeze around it. Let's try it out and see how it works. Let's see where that plane is while we're waiting. There it is. See it blinking there? With its strobes and anti-collision lights. Should be taking off soon, I guess.
Southwest 141, we're now ready for push for Bravo 10, West Quebec. 441, your discretion. Our discretion, 141.
Cool stuff. Normally you would request the clearance from delivery, but this airport does not have that, so we requested it from ground. That's all well and good. EGT is falling, stabilizing. We should be ready with the APU soon. Because right now the electricity is coming from the GPU, the ground power unit, this guy over here. But now, there we go. It's available.
522.
Hard to click. And APU bleed is on. You can hear the air conditioning starting, and now we can turn off GPU and nothing died. That's perfect. Good. Right. Get chimes going. Alright. So now we don't really need the pushback, because as you see here, we actually will just probably take that taxiway there. I think that's Bravo. So we can just turn around. We don't need a pushback in this case. So what we'll just request is engine start. Let's see if that works. Ground Clumsy 168, request engine start.
Clumsy 168 engine start approved.
Engine start approved, Clumsy 168. Isn't that super cool? Goodness, love it. Let's turn off air conditioning. Right, it's clear. Start with that. You can hear the engine spooling there. There it is. Beautiful. And we chose a very beautiful morning to start this flight. And yes, I'm not really an expert yet when it comes to Pilot2ATC. Also, let me show you the window. There's actually an entire separate window on my second screen. That thing. All the different information. So it's not that easy to get used to. There's a bit of a learning curve there. You have to remember the phraseology, because it's expecting some specific words or phrases from you. But it's cool because there is speech recognition. And it integrates well with the Windows speech recognition, which you can train. So even though I have an accent, it is more or less able to understand me. Now don't worry, if you want to try this for yourself, but you don't have a mic, you can also do that.
2023, push Alpha 21.
There's an option to say it. And you can like form what you want to say. And then you can press say it, and then it will simulate that you have a co-pilot who will say things for you. You can even have an option of enabling the co-pilot so that they will reply to all the air traffic control requests, and they will be changing your frequencies automatically even. You don't have to manually change that here.
Crude 5, 821, we're Bravo 1 frame.
Right, 2 engines are good.
21 grand, good morning, taxi cross property.
Start the generators, turn off APU. Continuous, turn on the probe heats, bring back the air conditioning. Turn off APU bleed. And let's turn that off.
3029, taxi Oscar Alpha Bravo Tower.
Good.
3, hold short.
Oscar Alpha Bravo Tower short,
Right, take off flaps. Good there. Flight controls. Let's bring a yoke back. And I'll bring you through the entire flight because it's just an amazing experience having actually air traffic control the entire time. And because I'm an introvert and very shy, PATSIM has always been very stressful for me, but this one I can easily do. So now let's go and study our possible route. I'm expecting air traffic control will give us taxiways via Echo Golf, crossing runway 7, holding short runway 32. That's where we'll be departing from. So Echo Golf, cross runway 7. But let's see what it will give us. Ground Clumsy 168, ready for taxi.
Clumsy 168, contact tower on 133.907.
Now, hear that? That was wrong, because if I look here, there's actually a, in the display, and this is why it's useful, it says what was recognized in your speech. And that's the problem, because when I said taxi, it considered that as takeoff, see it. That's the problem. So you have to do it a little bit different. Clumsy 168, ready for taxi.
Clumsy 168, contact tower on 133.907.
Yeah, I still have to train it to say taxi, so it recognizes taxi for me, but this is what I was saying. So we can say request, so this question mark here, request taxi, ready to taxi, right? Now let me try one more time. Clumsy 168, ready to taxi.
Clumsy 168, contact tower on 133.907.
Really doesn't work. Okay, so what I can do is I can click that and I can ask the co-pilot to say it. So say it.
Clumsy 168, ready to taxi. Clumsy 168,
there you
contact
go.
tower on 133.907.
Oh, even with that, okay. That's weird.
Canada 239 runway 20, the altimeter 3030, taxi Oscar.
Let's try that one more
Bravo,
time.
Contact tower 118.3, hold short.
Clumsy 168, ready to taxi. Clumsy 168, contact tower on 133.907.
133.907, Clumsy 168. Okay. Maybe the tower is responsible for even taxiing in this airport. I'm not sure. Depends. So let's switch that and let's see if this works. Okay, let me try and speak to it and if it understands me. Tower, good morning. Clumsy 168, ready for taxi.
Clumsy 168, contact ground on 121.9 for taxi instructions.
Yeah, that happens. 121.9er for taxi, Clumsy 168. So they're throwing me around. Clumsy 168, ready to taxi.
Clumsy 168, taxi to runway 32 via taxiways Echo, Golf, hold short runway 14.
14? Ah, that way, okay. Taxi to runway 32 via taxiways Echo Golf, hold short runway 14, Clumsy 168. So it's actually asking me to go Echo Golf.
Bravo Alpha Oscar, the discussion.
Huh, interesting.
Alpha Oscar, Canada 166.
So go through here, maybe? Yeah, because if I go through Echo, and to get to Golf I go through here. And actually I'll be crossing runway 7 and not runway 14. Maybe it's a bit confused. Alright, let's leave it as is. Alright. Good, fine. But we got our taxi clearance, so let's turn on our lights.
Taxi for 20. Airco 147,
Release parking brake. Brakes test. We are good.
Taxi on a kilo, hold short Bravo, Airco 147.
Chimes and attend. Good. This time for this particular departure, we are going with heading select. So don't have a proper SID here. so the waypoints won't help us that much. But let me check, maybe it does have something. Yeah, look at that, it's vector. This is also where the air traffic control will be helping a lot, because if it says vector, then it's expecting that air traffic control will guide us manually, and that's when heading select will be appropriate. Okay, cabin lighting, let's set it for takeoff so our guys will know. Good. So we go Echo, Golf, and then we stop there, hold short of runway 7, and then we will request for permission to cross the runway. Should be good here. Is there any traffic? Any other plane here in the airport? They're probably airborne already. And you'll see how cool it is later on as we go. And once we're airborne, how the traffic will come into play, because they still have a role in there. Now there are other mods available, like live traffic. But I tried it and it's a bit live traffic doesn't have good ground control, and not as plentiful, not as much traffic as I want. It depends on the airport. Turn on weather radar, airport. On the co-pilot side, let's turn on terrain. Maybe stay in the center line as well. And let's keep within the speed limits inside the airport. I'm not sure what exactly that is, but I usually stick to 30 knots. Guys, let me know if you're familiar with what the speed limit is normally. Okay, that's Golf. We are on Golf, and that's runway 7 right there. Okay, clear. We stop here. Right. Let's let that guy finish talking, and then we will request. Clumsy 168 holding short runway 7 to cross.
Clumsy 168 contact tower on 133.907.
Is that really what you want to say? 133.907, Clumsy 168.
In tower, please helicopter 1, we're going to depart to northeast.
Clumsy 168 holding short to cross runway 7.
Clumsy 168 cleared to cross runway 07.
41, ready for terminate.
Clear to cross runway 07, Clumsy 168. There we go, it
Clumsy
actually
168,
works.
Roger. Contact ground on 121.9er after clear of active.
Send for how's it going? Lucky to be about, talk to you later, please 1.
Ground on 121.9er after clear of active, Clumsy 168. I'm not so sure if that was the correct thing that she told me. But fine. Normally shouldn't happen that you get thrown around so much between ground and tower. Normally it's ground all the way, and right before you reach the runway, you switch to tower, and you get takeoff clearance from there. Okay. Let's stick to that. And then we'll see. Normally, as we approach runway 32, ground will contact us and tell us to go to tower.
With the 5 Lima Mike, ground in Dobre, start approach back facing east approved. Process start approach facing east approved with 5 Lima Mike.
Let's see. Ground Clumsy 168 with you. Doesn't care. He doesn't care. So what? He says. Okay, fine. Fine. I see there should be traffic nearby.
Around 564 from Alpha 4, expect back
I think there should be two planes behind us. And you see it? Middle screen, upper part. Two of them. I hope they won't hit each other. No, they won't.
Alpha 564, Oscar to the right now. Then Alpha to the left. Hold Hotel Malaysia Liner, expect backtrack.
Alright, we're almost there. Let's see what will happen. The suspense is real. Where's the hold short line? There it is. Oh, look at that beautiful sunrise. Yeah. But yeah, this entire element of air traffic control is just mind-blowing. I've been having so much fun testing this out. But yeah, still takes a while to get used to it. Normally, they should have contacted us already, but if not, then that's fine. We can do this. Ground Clumsy 168, ready for departure.
Clumsy 168, contact tower on 133.907.
133.907, Clumsy 168. Tower Clumsy 168, ready for departure.
Clumsy 168, winds are 313 at 14 knots, cleared for takeoff. Runway 32, maintain runway heading until above 5,100 feet, then turn left heading 147 to intercept course.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 32, maintain runway heading until above 5,100 feet later, then left to 147, Clumsy 168. Wow, that's a bit of a instruction there. I'm not sure if I'll be able to remember all that. Goodness. Really tests your memory, huh? Get the lights ready. Alright, get the timer started and let's do this. Thrust to 40%. We'll do a rolling takeoff. Even told us the winds, which are basically headwind, more or less. So that's good. So we climb until 5,100 feet, then we turn left to heading 147 degrees.
Tower 671 Whiskey Mike, 2500 Whiskey on the visual for 317.
Right, lined with the runway. Let's hit Toga.
Okay, just end our discussion and clear to land 317 with climb.
And fly this thing.
knots.
That's a beautiful sight. Yeah, look at the winds. 316 at 14. Basically headwind. Beautiful.
Southwest 810, northerly on the road, turn right heading 110.
E1, rotate.
Rotate.
110, clear for takeoff. Runway 310 at Southwest 810.
Positive rate.
Positive rate, clear up. Oh, that is beautiful. We'll take some photos later.
400.
400, start autopilot. Bring up the speed.
South Mall Whiskey Mike, turn left on runway 4 left if you got it. Cross 31 left, then ground point 65 today. Whiskey Mike,
5,100, we turn left to 147 degrees.
1,000.
Like that, alright. Turn left to 147. And we start bringing our flaps up. But there's just so much more to focus on when we bring in that air traffic control element. Flaps are up.
I'm from weight 317
VNAV And let's do the after takeoff checklist. Landing gear, auto brake, off, and engine start to auto. Also turn off the rain.
Croatia 104, Tower Airport, contact departure on 16365, wind 29005, clear to take off runway 20. Clear to take off 101.
See how that looks. You can actually see traffic in the radar. Yeah? Minus 26. So it means it's below us. Can we see it from here? Let's have a look. It's probably in the airport somewhere. Yeah, that guy.
Clumsy 168, climb and maintain 16,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 16,000 feet. Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168, contact Kingsley, departure on 123.67. Enjoy your morning.
Tower on core for Q22 to visual for 30.
Departure on 123.67, Clumsy 168. Good morning. 12367. Now instead of using this to switch the frequencies, because it's a bit slower, I'm actually using the Pilot2ATC app to change frequencies, and then just flick the frequencies here so that it's quicker. Departure. Good morning. Clumsy 168. Climbing 16,000 feet.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact.
Isn't that so cool? No, we're not going the way I would want. But we have been given some heading instructions by ATC. So I'm not sure. Maybe you should wait. Can I request it maybe? Yeah, this is when the question marks start coming in.
Clumsy 168, you are off course. Turn right heading 201 to return to course.
Heading 201, Clumsy 168. So they didn't actually tell me to go back to course, but fine. But then they told me to go as filed, so maybe I should just hit LNAV. Maybe that's one of the gaps. Let's just do that. Because that's the heading, the broken line. The direct magenta line, that's the actual plan in the FMC, and that's what we filed for. So I guess that's okay. So I guess the missing instruction a while ago.
168, climb and maintain flight level 240.
Climb and maintain. It's not hitting. Climb and maintain flight level 240, Clumsy 168.
1,000 to go.
Clumsy 168, contact Seattle Center on 127.6. Have a good morning.
127.6, Clumsy 168. Good morning. 127.6. Center, good morning. Clumsy 168, climbing flight level 240.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact.
American 2180, maintain 200 knots or greater.
Isn't that amazing? Goodness, I love that. Actually being able to work with air traffic control. The only bad thing is I'm too busy. I can't actually appreciate the view anymore. Just taking so much time, so much effort. And this will climb even more, the effort, once we go near our landing point.
Dallas 4846, center climb and maintain 17,000, altimeter 3033.
Maintain 17,000 to die west of 4846.
But the chatter is a very welcome feature, definitely. And I missed some stuff. Should have turned off these lights already. Don't need those anymore. Cabin pressure looks good. Yes, fasten seatbelt signs, gonna go back to auto. Recall. No warnings. Heading is good. And now we can set the stuff here. Lighting. A bit more relaxed environment. How far are we from Red Bluff? 97 miles. Okay, that's fine. Cool, alright. That's fair. Man, alright. Now it's getting a bit more quiet. We can start taking some photos, but we're still climbing, so I'm expecting still some instructions from air traffic control.
Clumsy 168, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Flight level 320, Clumsy 168.
0 for now.
Clumsy 168 heading is 201.
I caught a 340 for now, but 3576.
Climb and maintain flight level 320, Clumsy 168. Sometimes it doesn't understand well, so it thought I was asking for heading or something, because I did not say the exact words, or it did not recognize the exact words. So sometimes it's a bit finicky when it comes to that, but I mean, that's something you would expect from a bot, right? But I mean, the entire flight is covered, from getting your clearance, taxiing on the ground, even requesting for pushback and engine start, for takeoff, all the handoffs between the centers, the radio frequencies, climb instructions, and later as we descend, we'll be given the appropriate approach, arrival, the approach, and we'll be given vectors for the landing. So it's super good. The only thing is Pilot2ATC is quite expensive. I think it's around $60. I haven't actually purchased it yet because there is a 10-day trial period, so I'm still trying it out.
Clumsy 168,
so we'll
contact
see.
Oakland Center on 132.2. Enjoy.
Center on 132.2, Clumsy 168. Good morning. Okay, let's try to tune that here manually to see how long it takes. And imagine doing this while flying the plane, especially when you're about to land and we have to transfer a bit from approach to tower, things like that. So it really takes a while. So the tool built in the app, the Pilot2ATC app, is really useful, because you just type the frequency via the numpad, press enter, and have it there, and just switch through here. Center, good morning. Clumsy 168, climbing flight level 320.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact.
I also did a couple of stuff to improve the voice a bit, because the voice, you can actually use the text-to-speech voices from Microsoft built in with Windows. Download voice packs, language packs, and stuff like that. So sometimes I have an Australian accent ATC, an Indian accent ATC, a British ATC. So that's available, but you can also purchase from the net, but they're pretty expensive, like $40 each. So I don't think I'll be doing that. But what I did was to try and distort the voices a bit might not be that obvious, but they're actually a bit distorted already, a bit like radio quality, so that they're not too high quality, so that it sounds more like a radio frequency for air traffic control.
Good morning, radar contact, climb maintain 10,000, turn left 10-820 vectors for the climb.
And I was surfing the web for that. Oh, look at that. They actually have traffic there. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Plane spotting. It's amazing, right? Yeah. That's what's amazing about having these traffic. Yeah, you can see it there. Plus 54. How do you read that? Is that 5,300 feet, I guess, huh? 5,200 feet above us. Something along those lines.
Clumsy 168, climb and maintain flight level 370.
Climb and maintain flight level 370, Clumsy 168. And that will be our final cruising altitude. From there we will get some peace, hopefully. Can turn off anti-ice because we have gone past the clouds. Oh, look at that view, guys. Ortho photos for the win. Look at that view. What mountain is that? Wowzers. We started in Klamath Falls in Oregon. So that's probably a mountain in Oregon. Let's go and look at the map. That is such an amazing view. Maybe let's take a photo, huh, before we lose it. Maybe even have some jet streams there. How do you call that? Oh, that is pretty cool. Amazing. All right, let's have a look at where that is. So it was near our 4 o'clock. So I think that's that one. Mount Shasta, 4,300 meters, which is around what, 12,000 feet in height. Wow. Well, we're pretty safe from here. That's fine. San Francisco is where are we now? Oakland should be somewhere here, right? Yeah, we're actually pretty near already. It's going to be a very short flight. Let's have a look at the FMC. So top of climb 6 miles away. Yeah, that's fine. Now it's getting pretty laggy though. Oh my goodness. 20 frames per second. Even going down to 15. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's the problem though. That is the problem when you have all these add-ons. And I think the AI is a bit heavy as well. That's what's amazing about live traffic, which I'm not using.
1,000 to go.
But yeah, it's not as realistic. You don't get the streams here. So, and you don't get the taxiing. But yeah, it does get a bit laggy sometimes, so hang tight with me, alright? It does get pretty heavy. What's irritating though is if I'm looking at my usage, CPU and GPU, I'm only at 30%, even less on both. But there seems to be like a thread that's getting fully maxed out. So multi-threading is not taking into full effect. And now we are cruising. There should be a plane right there, like 1,000 feet below us. You guys see it?
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 10 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 360.
Looking, Clumsy 168. Isn't that cool? They even announce, they even tell you that you have traffic. Oh, there you go. Traffic inside Clumsy 168. They're actually too close together. Goodness, that's scary. Or maybe it just looks that way.
Clumsy 168, resume navigation.
Resume navigation, Clumsy 168. Shouldn't I have been this entire time? Oh, no clue. Or does that mean we're on our own? I don't know. So this is what I knew about the interactions with air traffic control. I have very little experience with that. So you guys will have to help me out here, okay? So we can close that already. We're approaching the... what was it? RBL. I forgot the name of that VOR. Red Bluff. We're approaching Red Bluff, so that should be fine. Start loading up San Francisco. Getting ready for what they'll give us. During the flight planning, they told us that we'll be getting the Bodega 3 arrival. And runway... Actually, I'm not sure which runway I'm assigned to now, but we'll see. They'll tell us. Where are we? We're there, yeah. Quite close already. And via the Marlow transition, yeah, that's the one. Lots of mountains here, looks like. But yeah, the chatter is really something I like. Might not be as conducive for me talking, but it's pretty cool, actually. Let's have a look. 90 miles from top of descent, but it depends. The ATC might give us different instructions. They might tell us to descend earlier or later, so we have to adjust to that. We cannot fully rely on our plan. There's top of descent. We have traffic on our left. 800 feet below us. That's the guy. I think he's flying the same direction. But that is just so cool, right? It looks like it's a 747 as well. 4 engines. Looks like it's coming close to me though. Please don't. Yeah, it eats up a bit of my FPS, and I'm not sure if it's the plane or the puffs that it's making, or both. But yeah, it's eating away a bit of my FPS, and but I think it's worth it. It's a worthy trade-off. Oh, I forgot to announce that we were cruising. It's fine. There we go.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 9 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 360.
Looking, Clumsy 168. Traffic in sight, Clumsy 168. That is so cool. That is just so cool. That makes the entire flight more interactive, right? You're not just sitting here waiting for the top of descent. You're actually interacting with other planes, with air traffic control, getting handoffs. It is just so amazing. So I think even if it's $60, I'll be purchasing it after the trial. I think it will be really worth it. And what's amazing is even if I'm not in the US, even if I fly in the Philippines, fly in Singapore, where there's barely any air traffic control in VATSIM, I can still get air traffic control there. Anywhere I go, basically. That's amazing. And that's perfect for off-the-grid guys like me.
American 2180, maintain 20 on officer greater.
Plane spotting with Clumsy. So I only have 3 AI planes, but that's more than enough, because how X-Plane does it is they actually fly around you. Like when a plane goes past you, it despawns, it disappears, and it appears somewhere near you again. So you always get traffic around you. That's how it simulates a busy airspace. So if you have too many, you'll get too many calls in traffic, and it might start to get irritating. But I found that I think 3 AI planes gives a good balance of performance and sanity.
Clumsy 168, expect the Digger 3 arrival with the Willow transition for the ILS approach to runway 28 right at San Francisco International, cleared direct to Willow.
Expect the Bodega 3 arrival with a Marlow transition for the ILS approach to runway 28 right, clear direct, Marlow, Clumsy 168. See, that's amazing, right? So 28 right is what they wanted. We are headed direct to Marlow already, so that's fine. I did already plan for the Bodega 3 arrival, so that's fine. And 28 right as well. Okay, perfect. We are lucky today because usually I get a completely different arrival and approach. So this time, I guess the weather didn't change and it's still based on the same plan. But that's just amazing. Right now, I guess I can start configuring this 111.7 on the ILS. And yeah, they're the ones who tell us if we go with RNAV, ILS, and which runway. And then if we need any vectors, they'll be the one to tell us as well. The course is 285 degrees. Okay, let's set that here. Also on the other side.
35 has got us again.
Soon enough, we have to plan our landing.
40 for now. I climb at 340 for now, because 35.7.
58 miles. At 40 miles away, I'll probably do that. What happened to that plane? Yeah, sometimes it's a bit buggy and it's a bit scary. Like, what the heck happened to you, bro? But yeah, we don't see the guy anymore. I hope he's okay. Maybe he's just doing some maneuvers.
35, 36, contact on 13312 for high.
No planes there. Also, I noticed that you only get traffic up to this range when you get 40 miles here. When you go longer, you lose the traffic capability already. And you go zoomed out more. So that is the most zoomed out you can get. Looks like we have a couple of folks there on our 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
3576, contact center 127.97.
Over here, what I'd like to do is make this into what do you call that, radial thing, that one, so I can have the 360 view of the traffic on the co-pilot side. It's much easier than looking through here, and I can simply glance on the right and I can see, oh, I have traffic there. Let's try to spot them. Oh, look at that beauty. Look at those textures. Oh, there they are, just fumbling along. Oh my goodness, what happened to that guy? Let's hope that he was climbing, not the other way around. There's the plane, the other plane behind us. And there's one more. Yeah, both of them there.
Good morning.
Super cool. Absolutely love it. There's a big hole in the ground though. Might be my graphics settings because I'm really struggling for frame rates here. But yeah, GPU load is only 30%, even lower. CPU is 30% as well. When I look at all my threads, there's nothing really getting maxed out. Maybe one thread is at 80%. Maybe that's the one. I don't know. But yeah, those guys are scary. Yeah, that's probably the effect of when they go away from you, they kind of disappear, but they don't really disappear. They maybe like, I don't know, lose function, so they just fall to the ground. Hopefully not. Goodness. Things are starting to load. Okay, the gap is gone. Good, thank you. Top of descent is 40 miles away. Let's go ahead and plan our landing. So by the time we reach San Francisco, we will be at 3.5 tons. We are currently at 4 tons, so we need to reduce our weight by 0.5 gross weight. So that's 56.8. Is that the right math? Hopefully. And then I get this AP Soft Airplane Toolbox. As always, if you need access to any of these mods, check out the mods list link in the video description.
Willow at flight level 290, then descend via the Digger 3 arrival with the Willow transition to 3,000 feet altimeter 2992 at San Francisco International.
Oh man. 290.
Aircraft calling center, say again with your call sign.
Good morning, radar contact.
We'll cross Marlow at flight level 290, then descend via the Bodega 3 arrival with a Marlow transition to 3,000 feet. Altimeter 29092, Clumsy 168. Thank goodness the app has a cheat sheet. There's no way I would remember all of that. So 29092, let's set it up first here. 29092. But we will switch to that only once we go below the transition altitude here, which is 18,000 feet. And do the same here on the standby altimeter. We will be crossing Marlow at flight level 290. So let's set that up in the FMC. This is 290 above, but the guy told us, or the lady told us, to cross it at 290, so that should be that way, right? So top of descent became a bit shorter, became a bit nearer, 7 miles away. So let's set that to, so now I can go to 2000, flight level 290. So it will descend once we reach that point, and then I'll continue my landing calculation. Kilo Sierra Foxtrot Oscar 57,200. Did that change? Do I have to change it again? I think I do, huh? So 0.4 difference, so 56.8 tons. There we go. So we change that here, 56,800 kilos. Get the current weather, 28 right is what we were assigned. And it says flaps 30 is what we want, and auto brake 1 should be more than enough. We'll be stopping after somewhere in the middle of the runway. We'll be able to brake properly. Right, there we go, looks like we started our descent. Auto brake 1. Let's announce our descent. There we go. Descent has started, and looking at the frame there, we'll be reaching Marlow at exactly flight level 290.
We have traffic at 12 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 350.
Traffic in sight, Clumsy 168. That's the guy. Pretty accurate, right? It's amazing. Love it. Okay, let's plan for the next altitude change. Flight level 240 based on the other waypoint. This is good because we have a SID. So the ATC, or a star rather, so the ATC doesn't have to guide us every step of the way. They don't have to handhold us. We just have to follow the exact procedures in the chart. And as long as they say just follow the star, descend via the star, Bodega 3, then you just follow it basically. Pretty cool. You can even see the strobes from the plane right there. It's amazing. Lovely. We're doing good so far? Yes, we are. Alright. So far, so good. Let's have a look outside again. Maybe spot some planes. Where's the other plane? Oh, I love that. That stream. That stream isn't available if you use one of the solutions with the online tool. The live traffic, or I don't know if World Traffic does that, but that is mainly done by the native AI in X-Plane. And although it costs quite a bit in terms of performance, I think it's worth it. Because I think the AI planes also need to get their physics calculated, so it requires a lot more computations. That's why it's a bit heavier on perf. So we are crossing Marlow at exactly flight level 290. Looks like it's perfect. We're 1 mile away and we're almost at flight level 290. That's beautiful. Nice. Next is flight level 190. Okay, but looks like we're stopping here. Top of descent is there, right before Muscat. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's go flight level 190 here. And let me know, guys, if this is the format you like, you know, more informal, more full, less cuts. It is definitely easier for me, but you guys let me know if it's something that you prefer, okay? Let's change the lighting as well for the passengers, because I would be able to show you the full flight, and yeah, it's much more immersive for me, and I think with the air traffic control it's much better as well. So now we load the ILS-28 right chart. That's the one. We have a look at the ILS frequencies. That one we set up already. This is what I need. The decision altitude is 200 feet above ground. That's 213 above mean sea level. So let's set it up here. Barometer, this one. You can see the number there. Oh, it's so easier to point with the mouse. Goodness. Good thing you guys suggested this. 213, there we go. So that is those are our minimums. That means at 213 feet, we will decide if we continue landing or if we go around. And that's going to be very important, especially when the weather is not very good. Caps on the ground. No, it's just visibility. Yeah. But yeah, my frames are really struggling. I have to find the right balance here. Maybe I reduce the traffic by one more. Maybe 2 planes are enough. I'm not really sure. You guys let me know, okay? But I do really enjoy the plane spotting. It's definitely something I have not seen before, and it's such an amazing feeling. That guy, see him? Yeah, there, his strobes are flicking. The strobes really do help a lot, huh? We have started our descent again. It's good. Looks like we have traffic in front of us. 6,000 feet above, that's the guy. Yeah, no problem. There is they have to be a certain distance from us before ATC tells us that we have traffic nearby, and that's pretty realistic. I'm just not sure how it works in real life, how far it is, but you can change the config settings. Let's have a look here. I think I will go ahead and switch to... What's happening? Why is this guy not descending? Top of descent flight level 280. Ah, okay. Alright, there we go. Now we start our descent again. The vertical profile is a bit... yeah, because we didn't follow it properly. We didn't follow it exactly, so it's adjusting for us.
Contact Oakland Center on 127.8. Enjoy.
American 21.
Center on 127.8, Clumsy 168.
180, maintain 20 knots.
And it's nice that even though there's chatter in the background, it's basically white noise. It's basically something for immersion. So when I need to talk, when I hit the push to talk key, they go silent. So I always have priority. Love that. Let me go down to 16,000. Looks like we are really speeding up our descent here. I think I'll need some speed brakes. There we go, we've got the vertical profile now. Earlier it was way down there.
Contact center on 127.8.
Oh, I forgot to switch. Contact center on 127.8, Clumsy 168. Sorry. Okay, now we report. Center, good morning. Clumsy 168 descending 2,500 feet.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact. Altimeter 29903.
Altimeter 29903, Clumsy 168.
W1039, contact center 125.
And I set it to 25 because that's what they gave us actually. They say follow the SID and then up to 25. So actually I could have just set 25 here in the altitude and let the FMC do its work. But I wanted to make things harder for myself. Not really. Okay. Speed brakes can be retracted. Zoom in a little. Okay, can't see anything. Looks good. Cloudless sky today. Goodness, imagine if there are clouds here, how much slower this would be. Right? How much less frames I would be getting if we did have clouds, because the clouds could look so amazing. But yeah, it's really laggy. Performance is really the weak point right now in X-Plane. But it's just so immersive, especially with this air traffic experience. Just my heading. There we go. Looking good. I forgot to set this. Bank angle can go 25 degrees. That's useful when we're using heading select.
Clumsy 168, contact Norcal approach on 128.57. Have a good morning.
76, contact.
128.57. Clumsy 168, good morning.
Center 127.97.
And don't forget to switch. Approach, good morning. Clumsy 168 descending 2,500.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact. Continue descent via the Beta 3 arrival. For the ILS approach to runway 28 right at San Francisco International.
Continue descent via the Bodega 3 arrival for the ILS approach to runway 28 right, Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168 San Francisco International is reporting 2 clouds. Visibility is 10 miles with the 276 at 21 knots. Current altimeter is 29901. Advising runway 28 right. Right traffic approach frequency is 128.32.
Thank you, Clumsy 168. I have not gotten that before. Interesting. Switch back to local altimeter and they did say 2991.
Clumsy 168 flow to 280 knots or less.
Wilco, Clumsy 168. They want us to slow down to 280 knots or less. My bad. Niner 1. There you go. Speed brakes are necessary. Look at how beautiful this is. Maybe we'll get a chance to see the Golden Gate. We are on the right track though, so hopefully it works. Have to keep our eyes peeled. Is that it? I think it's it. That's it. Oh, you guys remember this? Do you guys remember when we flew through this with our Cessna? It's been a long time since then, huh? We've come a long way. We have come such a long way since then. Yeah, that's the one. And that's the city. The airport should be somewhere here, I think. Yeah, there it is. In front of us. That's that one, I guess. Looks like it. Now there is something strange here.
5,000, net traffic to left.
We are super close already. Goodness. We have some vectors again there. So let's expect some heading changes. It's going to be tricky. You know what? I'm a bit scared. Let's go to 250 knots. Because we are approaching close to 10,000 feet. And from what I've noticed, Zibo doesn't have an automatic way of descending properly or decelerating properly to 250 knots before it hits 10,000. So I'm always like at 270 knots when I hit 10,000. It's a bit weird. Let's go to 240 here to be safe. It's more like it. So that's a bit weird. I'm looking at the stuff there. It's runway 28 right. But looks like we'll be flying over and then we'll be going around, looks like. Yeah. We'll be flying over the airport and then we'll be looping around. We'll see what they have for us. 111.7. I have the right, okay, I have the right frequency set. I have the right course. Where are we now? Yeah. Yeah, Bricks is actually right there. And then we head 140 degrees. And then those arrows mean it's vectors. So they will guide us after that point. Right, will do. Let's fasten seatbelts. We are fast approaching 10,000 feet. Well, if our guy decides to continue descending at least.
Clumsy 168, turn left heading 0909 vectors to the ILS approach to runway 28 right at San Francisco International, descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
Heading 0909 to the ILS approach for runway 28 right, descend and maintain 5,000 feet, Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168, turn left heading 0909.
Hotel, turn right heading 360.
Turn left heading 0909, Clumsy 168. Okay, from here we then follow what air traffic control is giving us. So it's telling us to descend to 5,000 feet and to go heading at 99 degrees. So we follow that then. Don't alt hold, please. Descend. Come on. Level change. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. Alright, there we go. We are starting our descent to 5,000 feet. And with level change, it will try to keep our speed at 240. I like that much better, so I'm sure that I don't speed too much. Although it looks like we'll be overshooting this part, so I think I'll have to go vertical speed instead. Go a bit sharper, and then just go speed brakes. So I keep below 240. Now at 10,000 feet, see how many things we need to do. Need to turn on our lights, terrain radar on the co-pilot side. We have the altimeter setting here. Okay, good. And we will announce landing. We need the airport as well once we land. Whoa! Suddenly clouds appear. Goodness. What's the temperature? 8 degrees. Might need anti-ice still. Missed approach, altitude is 3,000 feet, 1,800 is the final approach fix.
10 degrees
Okay.
right, expect a visual approach, just to maintain 2,500. Ron radio, 10 degrees right, down to 2,500, planning a visual for ready to 1 point.
Okay, that's more like it. Let's see what the ATC has up for us.
Approach, good evening, Turbines 460 with you at a 10.5, descending to 10,000.
Now the
Clumsy
temperature is 11.
168, turn right heading 1905, descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Formation, go.
Heading 1905, descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Clumsy 168.
Yeah, Brother 460, no approach evening, expect runway 3 times right.
1905 and 4,000 feet. You got it. I don't think that will be enough. It seems a bit too close actually. Well, we'll see what they have in store for us. I have the
Clumsy
localizer.
168, cleared for ILS to runway 28 right, fly heading 2553 to intercept, final descent and maintain 3,000 feet.
1,000 to go.
250 knots, still further bus. 250 knots, still further bus, expect 678.
Cleared for ILS approach to runway 28 right, fly heading 255, descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Clumsy 168.
Southwest 1435.
Alright.
You want to comply with the speed on your arrival?
Let's see how this goes. Actually going to miss it.
1435.
Need to go more, because that's the glide slope
1,000
right
to go.
there.
1435.
So I'll be slowing down.
Clumsy 168, altimeter 29091 at San Francisco International, contact tower on 120.5. Have a nice day.
Southwest 14.
Altimeter 29901, tower on 120.5, Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168, tower frequency is 120.5.
235, reduce speed to 210.
205.
900,000. Turn left heading 360, vector place.
Is that good? We're so far away, goodness. Oh crap, no. I'm getting all flustered now. I think we'll have to do missed approach, guys. It's too much.
Southwest 882, turn left at
Tower, Clumsy 168 at 3,000 feet.
the next height.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact. Continue ILS to runway 28 right, call when established on final.
Continue the Delta 5,
Continue ILS to runway 28 right, will call when established on final. Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168, we were garbled. Please say again.
Oh, I have no time to talk to you. Let's go flaps. We can do this. We can still do this. There's the localizer.
Visual 165. Mr. 162 Tower, good afternoon. Wind at 330 at 5, runway 16
Goodness, I cannot see anything.
Land 166 left.
Cloud layer is super thick. Localizer, there we are. How about approach? We are too low, we are too high.
24 right. Air Canada 414, you're number 2, you're 4 miles behind 737, wind 25, middle 15, I think 25, clear for land runway 4 right. Start to land 4 right, Air Canada 4 on 4.
1,000 to go.
Does that work? Clumsy 168 established on ILS 28 right.
Clumsy 168, wind bar 276 at 21 knots, cleared to land runway 28 right.
Clear to land, runway 28
2500.
right, Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168 negative. You are cleared to land on runway 28 right.
Clear to land, runway 28 right, Clumsy 168.
Runway 607, clear to land, you're 4 right.
No, we're not doing this, guys. We have missed the glide slope.
25060, just 24.
1,000 to go.
Clumsy 168, go around.
Clumsy 168 execute the published missed approach for ILS to runway 28 right, contact approach on 128.57 to request another
Yeah,
approach.
we're too high, look at that.
Runway 607, exit Bravo 2, cross runway 28, contact Abram.
Execute the published missed approach for ILS to runway 28 right, approach on 128.57, Clumsy 168.
1207 on Foxtrot.
Switch back to approach.
Roger, Tower Baron 369 from limits rating 24 left Romeo.
Dang it. Alright, let's set that up. VQ. LNAV and VNAV. Good. Gear up. Flaps up.
Leveling 11,000. We have a just TJ-130. Good morning. Second visual code 2 runway 8. Second visual runway 8.
Oh, this is hard. This is really hard. This, all this frequency change and fumbling about with the controls and knowing where you are, you can clearly understand why it's a two-man job. Alright, let's contact approach. Now what do we say? Missed approach altitude is at 3,000 feet though. Here we go. Level change, 3,000 feet.
Slow further now to 170 knots. Most clearance here momentarily.
What the heck's our guy doing?
1,000 to go.
Okay, he's climbing so fast. Goodness, it seems like he got mad. Alright. Let's contact approach.
3692.
Approach Clumsy 168 at 3,000 feet.
Descend to 4,000. Down to 4,000, 3692.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact. Turn right heading 0905 exit to the ILS approach to runway 28 right at San Francisco International.
Heading 0905 vectors to the ILS approach for runway 28 right, Clumsy 168.
At 156, turn right 10 degrees to join the 15 left localizer.
Okay,
Descend to 5,000.
so is this how we do it? We set it to ILS 28 right again. Set that. But the legs we set to start in 7.
The ILS 15 left approach, 170 all the way to Whitney.
There you go. So that's the start of the ILS approach. And we'll see what it does. Okay. Shoot, look at that. Look at those mountains right there. Beautiful. We are clear of it though, supposedly. If you follow the chart, 3,000 should get us to a safe altitude above those mountains in the vicinity. My goodness, the visibility is not helping a lot, huh? How foggy that is. Yeah, the runway appeared to us last minute. Let's go back here, go pilot side. We'll need the arc because I need to see the terrain. Make sure that we're not hitting any volcanoes in front of us. Man. Well, this has been pretty exciting. Yeah, and so that's amazing. Even air traffic control is even guiding you on missed approaches. didn't even know how that thing worked. Alright, that looks good. That looks like a proper plan right
Clumsy
there.
168, turn right heading 120.
Turn right heading 120, Clumsy 168. 120, okay. Will do.
Skywest 2930.
At this point we have zero visibility at all, so we're on our own. And clear to off. It's a bit too sharp for a turn. I would have preferred going through maybe, I don't know, more left here, like 90-degree heading, and then looping around like that, but I don't know what they have in store for us. Seems weird.
Roger, Envoy 3692, further right 060, descend to 3000.
Anyway, we'll see.
060, 3000, 3692.
So we have our second shot here. ILS is still configured. We have the courses are good.
1000.
Yeah.
6201, good day, it's Zulu 3019er. Approach is 15 left.
I probably missed one of the
8000.
altitude adjustments as I was contacting air traffic control a while ago. This is when the co-pilot would be very useful. Maybe what I can do is during landing like this, I can set up, enable the co-pilot so that they can interact on my behalf, and then we can say, so we can focus on flying. I don't know, it's really hard. But yeah, I'm very proud of that decision to do the missed approach rather than forcing it to land. That was the right way to do it. Even though it was not the right way to approach, it was the right way to misapproach and not let pride get in the way. I think that's a good deal right there. Okay, so I have to know 1,800 before Axmal. 1,800 before Axmal, yes. Okay, let's see how that goes.
861 November, number 271, December 150. Let's go from 1.
It could be argued that air traffic control was also not being very
Clumsy 168,
clear.
turn left heading 0905.
Information Charlie,
Turn left heading 0905, Clumsy 168.
100, has to the port. We're checking Charlie.
Yeah, so it is doing what we were expecting. Make us go left so that we can make a proper U-turn, basically. Give us enough space for that. But then what they say always is aviate, navigate, and communicate. So when I get instructions, I should focus on doing those instructions first before reading back the command. At least that's how I understand it. I see an orange spot up ahead. I'm a bit scared with that. It's not red though, so it should be safe. Should be safe. Also, I forgot to mention.
168, turn right heading 1907.
One sec. Focusing. Turn right heading 1907, Clumsy 168. Does that look good? Yeah, that looks a bit better, I think. Stick to that speed, that's fine, 201. So we can deploy flaps at any time. So you know what? Let's deploy them now. Flaps 5.
Clumsy 168 cleared for ILS to runway 28 right, fly heading 254 to intercept final.
Cleared for ILS approach to runway 28 right, fly heading 254, Clumsy 168. When should I contact the tower then? But it said cleared approach, and there's the glide slope, the localizer. So let me actually go and enable the localizer. Right. I think I should actually switch to tower now, but they haven't told me.
Clumsy 168 altimeter 29901 at San Francisco International Contact Tower on 120.5. Have a nice day.
Altimeter 29901, tower on 120.5, Clumsy 168. Good morning. Alright, let's do that.
775 direction Papa.
Here we go. Let's go with the approach.
Delta Canada 833 Heavy with you, 7 minutes, full line. Yep.
Tower Clumsy 168 established on the ILS runway 28 right.
Okay.
Clumsy 168 wind car 286 at 19 knots cleared to land runway 28 right.
Clear to land runway 28 right, Clumsy 168.
833 Heavy, circle on 24 right, wind 25017. Air Canada 833 Heavy for the landing right.
Good, we have headwind, and now we are on the glide slope. Perfect. Alright, set the missed approach altitude 3,000 feet. Alright, runway heading bug is 285. Landing gear can go down. We are clear to land, so we can go flaps 10. Mm-hmm.
2500.
Go slower, VREF is 138. Let's plan this at around 143 knots. Flaps 15. Engine start to continuous. I had my speed brake this entire time. My goodness, very bad boy. That's fine. We managed to fly. Goodness, I totally missed that. My bad. Okay, landing flaps. We can go flaps 30 now. And then taxi lights on. And we are set. Alright. Now it's up to the clouds to disappear so we can finally land. Now this is when the decision altitude, decision height becomes important. At 213 feet, if we don't see the runway yet, that means we should go around. But I don't think the clouds are that low. And the clouds are thinning out. You can start to see it already. 1,600 feet above. And descending via the glide slope.
214 left on Echo, contact ground 1210. 210 and Echo, west 214.
Looking good, everything is set. Winds are pretty much in our favor. It's a almost full-on headwind. That's perfect. There we go. This X-plane layer here, this like full gray layer is what I don't like. I have a plugin to disable this, but I removed it in the meantime because I was encountering some bugs. Goodness, absolutely zero visibility. Come on, come on.
1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude 7.
When are the clouds going to thin out? Right before the runway, it seems like. So at 213 feet, if you don't see anything, I have to go around. Come on. I want to land already. Work with me here. There it is, perfect. Oh my goodness. Autopilot is turned off.
500.
Auto throttle is off. We are on our own. Following the flight director and just feeling it.
400.
Move to the left a bit. Glide slope is a bit low.
Approaching minimums. 300.
There we are.
Minimums.
Minimums, yes. We're landing.
200.
A bit high. That's fine.
100.
This is a pretty long runway, so we have enough space for
50.
it.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Come on. There we go. Reverser.
Clumsy 168 exit runway when able.
Now, I didn't see
80 knots.
at the turn left looks like. So let's exit the runway through that point. There on the left. That looks like a good exit. Brake. And this is a perfect way to exit the runway. Flaps up. Landing lights off. Slow down. Clear this area. Not very good weather here, huh? But that was a very dramatic landing, my goodness. Okay. Stop here. Need to work with air traffic control and oh, let me finish the flight already, just so we're sure that I can get the money for it. So let's turn off the strobes as well. Finish the flight. Perfect. That's the money. Clear of active Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168, welcome to San Francisco International Contact Ground on 121.8. Enjoy your morning.
Ground on 121.8, Clumsy 168. Good morning. 121.8. Let's switch to that. We'll have to study first where we're probably going to be told though. We'll need to cross this runway for sure. I think I actually... I should have stopped there in the middle. I didn't realize this was another runway. My bad.
United 547.
But hopefully no one lands. But we're probably going to be led somewhere here. And hear how detailed this is, okay? Hear how detailed this is. Let's just wait for this guy to finish. Ground, good morning. Clumsy 168, request taxi to gate.
Clumsy 168, taxi to runway 28 right via taxiway Delta, Bravo, Foxtrot, Charlie, hold short runway 10 right, and runway 10 right, and runway 10 left. Clumsy 168, clear to cross runway 28 left.
The problem there is they heard me that I was going to runway 28 right, not gate. Clumsy 168, request taxi to gate.
Turn Alpha, hold your tango.
No! Still heard me. Still heard 8 instead of gate.
Clumsy 168, taxi to runway 28 right via taxiway Delta, Bravo, Foxtrot, Charlie, hold short runway 10 right, and runway 10 right, and runway 10 left. Clumsy
So many.
168, clear to cross runway 28 left.
Hold it. Clumsy 168, request taxi to the gate. I think now it heard me.
Clumsy 168, taxi to gate Foxtrot 74 via taxiway Tango, Kilo, Alpha, hold short runway 10 right.
Oh, right, turn on.
Taxi to gate Foxtrot 74 via taxiways Tango, Kilo, Alpha, hold short runway 10 right, Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168, taxi to gate Foxtrot 74.
Foxtrot 74, where the heck is that? I think it's on the other side. Let's see. Foxtrot is this one. And it told us to go via Tango, which is where we are, Kilo, which is here left, and then Alpha, and then there. Okay. Hold short runway 10 right. Where we are on 10. Yeah, this is where we are, 10 right. Okay. So we need to request to cross this runway, and then we can go on. Yeah, it's fairly quick. This is one. Foxtrot 7 is somewhere here. So if we go and look at the actual parking gates, we should see Foxtrot 7 somewhere. Where is Foxtrot? That's Golf, that's Foxtrot. So Foxtrot 7 is...
International 9 background. Hello, taxi. Zulu uniform 10-6.
7-4, she said. 7-4. You guys see it? 7-6, 7-1, 7-2, 7-3, 7-4 is there. Okay, so we have to go around like so. That's why we have Alpha. Okay, got it. More or less. Wow, that's complicated. Alright, so now we request to cross. So we say ground Clumsy 168, holding short to cross runway 13 left.
Aircraft calling ground, stay in with your call sign.
Did I get the wrong runway? 10 right. Clumsy 168, holding short to cross runway 10 right.
Clumsy 168, clear to cross runway 10 right.
There we go. Clear to cross runway 10 right. Clumsy 168.
Aircraft calling ground, stay in with your call sign.
Never mind. Yeah, the speech recognition has a bit more improvements to make. It's not going to be perfect, but it's pretty close. The bit of humor is there, so I kind of like it. Alright, so where we are. Kilo, Tango, then we turn right to Kilo. Kilo is supposedly here on the right. This is Kilo. Yeah, this is Kilo, and Alpha is to the right, and then we just follow it around. Basically. Let's turn on the weather radar. Let's turn off the terrain radar over there. Transponder, we can go back to altitude off. Okay, I'm way away from the area here. Alright, let's turn off the flight directors and we'll have a look at the landing later. Sorry for this very long video, guys. I realized I'm already recording for more than an hour, almost 2 hours actually. Speed bug 100, altitude at transition, which is 18,100. This is where we turn, I think. Is that right? Yeah, looks right. Okay, yeah, it is. So we just follow this line. Cabin lighting to white medium. This is a single man job. Not really. So many things to do, my goodness. Can you remember all of these? Engine start to auto. And let's start the APU, so by the time we get to the gate, we can already start the APU. Now where are we? Somewhere there, I think. If you look at AVTab here, yeah, we are in the right spot, but now we go here, which we don't have actually. So it's Foxtrot 74, so that's on the left there. Looks like it's somewhere there. Looks like someone's parked though, hopefully not. Foxtrot 74 is second from the right. So that's Golf, that's Foxtrot, looks like. Let's see if this works, man. This airport looks so real though, doesn't it? San Francisco. Oh yeah, because I have the custom San Francisco airport by Mr. X6, I think. That's why it looks so beautiful. Goodness. Oh, that's... And now the weather turns. Thank you. He just wanted to give me a challenge, my goodness. Okay, so let's count here. Foxtrot 74. That's the one. Hey, that's my spot. Someone's there. Yeah. So maybe we can go 75. Yeah, let's go 75. Looks like no one's here.
Ground up to 1448. We're short of 2. 1448. Call the ramp.
Did it say 74 or 75? But there's a person there.
There's no one pushed back. Okay, I'll give him a call. Thanks.
That's pretty cool. Let's see. Maybe that can work. Oi. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's go through here. No more cars passing through. Thank you. Let's see if this works. If he's... oh, it's actually working. Look at that. It's guiding us. Move to the right. That to the right or what? Stop. It says. Is that the right one? Is that close enough? Oh, not actually. I don't really know how to read his signs, but it looks like... Okay.
American 1678, we're joining off one Victor. We're about to tag you now. American 1678, join Victor and taxi.
Oh, that's the one. Okay, so he'll be telling us when it's time to stop. When it's X, it's stop. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Well, he's telling us to go left. Alright, let's go left. I don't have anything more to give. I do have autogate, so it should work. But okay, let's see if it works. Turn off the lights. And let's turn on the APU. Now we can shut off the engine.
Frontier 1364 around taxi Victor Foxtrot to your ramp.
Open the door. And let's turn on the APU bleed isolation valve. Seat belts can be off. There we go. Oh, too bad that didn't work. Maybe I didn't park correctly. Yeah, that should work normally. If this is a custom airport, I blame that guy, he stole our spot.
Frontier 1364, give way to southwest out of ramp 4. Give way southwest.
Okay, but that's cool. Alright, so, and the others are just part of the steps. I won't go through all the steps for cold and dark anymore. But I do want to show you the landing. Let's have a look at that guy. Alright, let me close the connection to the Pilot2ATC so we can land in peace without anyone telling us where to go, because I'm not sure how it reacts to a replay. Where are we now? There we are. Oh, that looks beautiful, doesn't it? It's a shame we were landing in such bad conditions a while ago. Look at how much to the left I was. But that's fine. Correcting it bit by bit. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. Thank goodness, at least even if the clouds were bad, the winds were in our favor. Headwinds all the way. Minimal crosswind. Look at how straight we are there. Thank goodness. If it was clouds and wind, yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad in center line. A bit past the landing point, but I'll take that. With that bad visibility, I'll take it. Goodness. Anyway, we will leave it there, guys. Look at how beautiful that airport is. Oh my goodness. I'll take a few more screenshots here and I'll let you know. Thank you for hanging out with me, guys. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. a lot longer than the previous one, 1 hour longer, but hopefully you enjoyed. Surely did. Let me know what you think, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, like button, comment, share, and yes, keep in touch. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day, and clumsy flying, everybody. Bye-bye.